Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today Appa is going to use Berkshire's pork to make gulu yok. Okay, we will first deal with the pork. Later I'll show you how to make the sweet and sour sauce. Yeah. So why Appa has been buying up Berkshire's pork for quite a number of years actually. The main reason why I bought it is because it is grown without any growth hormone and without any antibiotics. Very natural. Okay, when we cook for our family, we always wanted to know what we will be cooking. Yeah, the ingredient is very important. If you want to know where to buy, I will put the information in the video description. So let's take a look at the ingredient that we are using today. I have approximately 250 grams of loin, pork loin here. Okay, this is actually from their black pork. And I have some pepper, yeah? Bell pepper, green, yellow, and red, just for different kinds of color to make it more appetizing. Of course, we won't need the whole thing. We just probably need actually maybe 1/3 of each will be good enough. So first of all, you cut the meat into cubes like this. I think smaller than mahjong, yeah? Cut into cubes. Then after that, you either use the back of the knife, or you use a Tor's hammer, meat tenderizer, to one by one tenderize the meat. Okay. All right. So once you have tenderized the meat, yeah. Next thing is to marinate it. Just some normal marination. Give it a bit of light soya sauce. 1 tablespoon, more than maybe 1.5 tablespoon roughly. Few dashes of white pepper. Some shaoxing wine. You can also use chicken, yeah? Chicken breast for this particular recipe as well, if you don't take pork. About 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Give it a nice mix, and there's this process called 打水. If you literally translate it, it will become beat water. So why do we want to beat water? You are basically beating the water into the meat itself, so that the meat will be more tender and juicy. Just now you still see some liquid, right, from the shaoxing wine. But do you still see anything right now? No, right? This process is called 打水, which is actually to when you are trying to marinate your meat like this, all the liquid will actually be soaked into the meat itself. This technique will actually allow your meat to become more juicier. Okay. Next thing, we can actually beat an egg inside. Just now I did not add some salt. Actually, we can also add some salt, yeah, into the marinades. Okay, we will beat an egg inside and also some cornstarch. Again, mix everything up. Some people will use only egg white. They say it's going to make the pork even more crunchier. Well, Appa don't like to waste my egg yolk, so I will add in the whole egg. So, but it's up to you. If you want to use egg white only, go ahead. Okay, so it should be something like this, a little bit watery because of the egg. And you want it to be a little bit watery. Why? I will tell you why later. Okay, now you can actually cover this using a cling wrap and put it inside your fridge. Let it marinate for about 2 hours. Okay, so this is after about close to 2 hours. Yeah, I took out from the fridge, and we want to prepare this for deep frying right now. I have some potato starch. You can also use cornstarch. Some people will mix cornstarch with flour with a little bit of baking powder or so that is totally up to you. Appa is going to use only potato starch today. Now, as you can see, there are some liquid also inside here because of the egg, and we are going to add in the potato starch. So you want to add in the potato starch until it forms some, how do you call it? Uneven layer of starch outside. Something like this. Okay, you want some uneven layer of starch coating on your meat. Okay, so that when you deep fry later, it's going to have create the nice crispy layer outside for you. Oh, I actually could have quite a lot. Not sure if I want to cook everything. She's probably even 300 grams. Definitely more than 250 grams. Okay. So you want something like this, and get ready for deep frying. I'm zooming in for you so that you can see this is exactly the kind of texture you really wanted. And in order to create this texture, you actually need some liquid. So the egg itself is going to help. Okay, so prepare some oil here. You want to use about 150 degrees Celsius to fry your pork. We are going to use double fry in order to make it crispy, meaning you use medium heated oil to fry until it is almost fully cooked. Then you use a high temperature oil to deep fry for another about 5 to 10 seconds. So how do you know it's medium heated? So you can put your chopstick inside. It's actually, you immediately see some bubbles. Actually, this is quite hot. Reduce the heat a little bit. Or you can add some oil to pull it down a little bit. Depending on the size of your pork, it should be fully cooked in about 5 to 7 minutes, I would say. You can lower down the heat when you are putting in the pork first, because it will take a little bit of time for us to fully put in the pork. After you put in everything, then only you raise the heat again. Basically, the more oil you use, is the easier for you to do this. So how to tell whether it is fully cooked or not? Basically, when you first put in, you will see a lot of bubbles. A few minutes later, you're going to see the bubble will keep on reducing. Yeah. So that is all this bubble is actually coming out from the liquid from the meat itself. Some people say, Appa, can I use air fry? Well, you can use air fry, but air fry will not be as crispy lah. Oil fry is always the crispiest. And actually anything with some batter coated on the meat itself, air fry is not the best equipment or way or method of cooking. Anything with batter actually is best to use oil fry. Yeah, and it won't get very oily. Some people say they don't like oil frying because it gets very oily. Actually, it won't, especially when it has got a little bit of batter, because it won't splatter. Yeah, it won't splatter. It is only when it is very wet, a lot of water, when you put in, then only your oil will start to splatter. See, just now from here, I never edit a single second. You never see anything splatter, no oil coming out also, see? So deep frying can also be very clean and not messy. Ooh, looks really good. So you will see the color getting darker and darker, and plus minus about 5 minutes. I will take it out. We'll come back shortly. I remember sometimes people say, Appa, why is it you use steel, stainless steel equipment on a non-stick wok? It will scratch the wok. Well, the thing is, the equipment is inside your hand, so you can control to what kind of strength that you want to use it, so it won't get scratched. Yeah, you won't scratch your pork that easy, seriously. So don't worry so much. If you really worry, you use a wooden thing. Yeah, just use a wooden fork or something, or spoon. I'm still using actually medium to medium low heat, yeah, to slowly fry this. Okay, this is after about 5 minutes. You can see the color has grown darker and darker, and when you push it, you will feel the meat is lighter and lighter, and you see the bubble is getting lesser and lesser. That is actually a sign telling you your pork is almost fully cooked. So you can take it out. Get ready some oil absorbing paper on the side. We still got one more step, which is to use a high heat oil to do double fry. Then I'm going to raise the heat to high heat. Let me show you. Looks nice, isn't it? So we are raising the heat right now. And throwing the pork for a couple of seconds. It cannot be too long, because this can get burned. Your pork can get burned quite easily, so you will actually take it out very fast. It should be only a few seconds, yeah, when you do double fry. And it is now guaranteed very crispy. Okay, so we have the deep fried pork, okay, on oil absorbing paper here. By the way, all the ingredients that I use, I will put inside the video description or caption. And I have 3 color of bell peppers here, cut into chunks like this. Okay, and how to make the sweet and sour sauce? Very simple. You only need 4 items to make the sweet and sour sauce. First of all, we have the tomato sauce, we have the white vinegar, we have the white sugar, and we have some water. So how's the ratio? Well, actually the most fundamental basic ratio is 1 ratio, 1 ratio, 1 ratio, 3 ratio. Okay, 1 1 1 3. But usually I will put more tomato sauce. Okay, this is personal favorite. So the tomato sauce is here is somewhere around 4 to 5 tablespoons. This is about 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and about 4 to 5 tablespoons of, this is actually maybe more, 5 or 6 tablespoons of water. Agak-agak lah. But like I said, the fundamental basic formula is actually 1, 1, 1, 3. Then you can adjust accordingly to your own preference, like what I just did. Okay, so the first thing, you put about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil inside here, and you want to saute. First thing, tomato sauce. Why is it you want to saute tomato sauce by itself? Because only by doing this, you are going to create the reddish color. Many people cook their gulu yolk. They always say, "Appa, how come my gulu yolk is not reddish, not nice color, not nice?" It's because you never saute your tomato sauce using oil. So look at this. The moment I saute the tomato sauce using oil, the oil immediately turns orangey. This is how you want to take out, brings out the beautiful reddish color from your tomato sauce. You need to saute it for a while. Then after that, put in the sugar and also the water. So make sure the sugar is nicely melted, yeah, fully melted inside. Now there is actually one extra thing you can add if you want to, which is light soya sauce. It can actually make the color even nicer and also give it more flavor. So now some people will actually starch it. To me, it depends because this one already looks very thick. So I'm not going to starch it anymore. I'm going to add in the veggie to let it cook for a while. Some people doesn't like it to be too raw. So I'll let it cook for a while. Actually, this can be eaten raw, yeah, this veggie. You can notice the gravy is getting thicker and thicker because the tomato sauce itself and the caramelization effect of the sugar is working right now. Right, we're almost there. I haven't added the white vinegar yet, which I'm going to add it right now. White vinegar, and I'm going to off the fire and put in the pork. So why is it I added the white vinegar the last? Is because Abba is very bad in flipping. It's because the more you cook your white vinegar, it will loses its what we call sourish flavor. So try not to cook your white vinegar if you want to maintain the sourness of it. Okay, give it a few stir and it is done. We can dish it out right now. Alright, so those are the tips with how you can make a very successful gulu yolk sweet and sour pork. Nice and crispy and sweet and sour. Alright, so I hope you like my video. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.